What is up, guys? Welcome to Rev and Step. Today I have some very exciting news. I purchased something from Map Performance. I think a lot of you know what it is by now. So I'm going to go ahead and open this package so you guys can see. And by now most of you have guessed it, is the Cobb Accessport. I had the JB1 on the car before and I was going to go with the JB4, but I really wanted an actual tune. I wanted as well the real-time data that the Cobb tune can provide, or the Cobb Accessport can provide, and also the possibility of a pro tune to adapt to your own car or send your information to a tuner so they can specifically design a tune for your car that seems very appealing. So I went ahead and purchased the Cobb. I got a great deal from Map Performance. You guys should check him out. Ian at Map Performance is an amazing guy, and he'll hook you guys up. I'm going to go ahead and open this package so you guys can see what's inside. So I have a bunch of advertising, and here is what comes inside. I'm not sure what's in here. I'll check it out. And I'm a little OCD when it comes to opening packages. I want to make sure everything stays in pristine condition. So it might take me a minute to open everything up. Here you go, just open it from the top. Alright, so this looks like to be the actual Cobb Accessport dash mount. And this is your Obd cable. And here's the Cobb pouch. I'm going to go ahead and open it. There are some directions here as to how to install everything. I'm going to go ahead and read that. I was going to show you guys how to install this, but it's really cold outside, and also it's pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and install this on the car, and then I'll guide you through what I did. But let's continue opening this package. So here are the instructions. I'll have to read this and go through them. There is I believe this is the cable that attaches the Cobb to the computer. We have some Cobb stickers in here. There's a Cobb plate, and there's the Cobb mount that attaches to this, to the back over here. And here's the actual Accessport. So here's what the actual Accessport looks like. A lot of you guys that are around the car scene, you're probably pretty familiar with this. It has a little screen protector that I'm going to peel off, and also it comes in this plate and that plate when it comes to the color, so like gray and black. I'm going to go ahead and peel this little screen protector. So the screen protector is off. Here's the Accessport. I'm going to go ahead and read through the instructions, and I'll let you guys know in a little bit what I'll have to do as the next step, because I'm not very familiar with it. I've watched a lot of online videos, but nothing was exactly clear. What you have to do is when you first get the Cobb, as to what you have to do as the first beginning stages before you actually go to your car. So I'll pause the video right here, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so what I did is I plugged the Accessport in the computer, and I'm doing the firmware updates right now. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it's updating to the latest firmware, which there was one released today, or actually sorry, yesterday, for the 2017 GTI. So I'm gonna go do those updates. I tried messing around the Accessport, but I believe because it's not attached to my car, I couldn't find any maps yet for it, or for my car. But I'm gonna still play around a little bit, and I'll let you know when this is done updating and when I've attached the Accessport to the car. Alright guys, here in my garage, I installed the Cobb Accessport, which is really easy, really simple. I'll just show you how I guided the wires, and I will show you how you can kind of change your maps and what the steps are. Again, it's very simple. If you follow the instructions on the screen, it's very self-explanatory. So let me show you what I did. So I'm not sure how well you can see, but here's the Cobb Accessport, and I ran the wires through here So initially, here's the Obd port. I connected it down here, and I ran the wire through the side. I popped this panel out, I popped this out, and I guided the wire through here, so that's where the wire sits. And I mean, it's kind of hard to close the little door, but overall it works very well because it hides the wire. You can see the wire, and if I need to take it off, I can just pull this down and I used a little magnetic clip on the back. So that's what it looks like. You just slap it on there, and it's actually very secure. It's really easy to change maps and to use the screen because it doesn't move a lot. I'm gonna turn it on and show you guys what it actually looks like. From the first point of view, this is what I see. The steering wheel kind of blocks a little bit of the access port, but it doesn't block the screen, so I can see very well. And I can select, I'm not sure how well you guys can see through the camera, but I can select certain gauges that I want running. Right now, I'm just kind of like monitoring the knock sensors and trying to make sure there's no knocks happening in the engine and my AFR and the boost pressure. But overall, once you pair the access port to your car, you get to this little menu, and here you can select different maps. And currently, so when you get to the maps, you can click change map, and the Cobb Accessport connects to your ECU, and it gives you the options of maps. So these here are pretty much off-the-shelf maps. The OTS maps, there's many options. I ran the Stage 1 Plus 93 for a minute or two. It was nice, but then map, they were able to send me their Stage 1 93 octane map, which is awesome. I really like it. There's still some things that need to be ironed, which I think they're working on. So once you initially the pairing of the Cobb Accessport takes a while. It took probably 20 minutes. So Accessport itself, they say to actually have a charger to the battery connected, and I'm advised to go with that because I started feeling very a little bit scary at the end, a little bit iffy because it was taking so long. So I didn't want my battery to die and then my ECU to just be broken. So advice for you guys to have that charger connected to the battery when you're doing this. But after you do that, changing maps is really simple. It takes maybe 2 minutes. So you just select the map, you click on it, you follow the menu. It takes 2 minutes and you're good to go. So initially the install takes a while, but then once the Cobb is paired and changing maps is simple. It's just a breeze. Overall, I'm gonna give a better review of the Cobb Accessport and what I think of it. But overall, I've driven here for a while, for about a week with it. I like it. You can monitor so many things. The car is quick. I'm hoping to eventually get a downpipe so I can go to stage 2 and see what I can do, and then eventually an intercooler, to where I'll be able to get a Pro Tune or an E-Tune, most likely probably an E-Tune because there's not a lot of people around my area where they're willing to Pro Tune a car like this. I mean, like they're not very familiar with the newer GTIs. But overall, I really appreciate MAP for sending me the Accessport. They're priced very reasonable. And also them sending the actual OTS map. So there's not a lot of vendors that would do that, where they'll try to create an OTS map for the majority of the GTIs out there. If you follow the MK7 forums, there are some issues, but Map's actually working on that. And there are issues when they run the off-the-shelf Cobb map, which is very conservative. There are issues there too. And every car is different. My logs are usually pretty good when I run the car. I have a problem where if I keep the car in drive mode and drive regularly, and if I'm at low RPM and I need more gas or I need to accelerate faster, it generates some knock, and I believe that's because the turbo is making boost at such a low RPM. But if I drive manually, if I drive in sport mode, I don't have any knocks whatsoever. My logs generally look clean, so I'm pretty safe to say the Cobb is, I mean, it's the way to go. Honestly, we don't know what the other tunes do as well, because there's no way to monitor those. We don't know what Napier tune, because there's not enough information. Cobb, you can log right there, you can see what's happening. The JB4, same thing. Cobb logs with more detail, so you can get a lot more things from Cobb. Is it a good investment? I would say it is. Again, I will speak a little bit more about this in my review coming up shortly. But so far, just to go over it, this is how it sits. I love it. It doesn't move when I drive. I can easily change things and edit things. The wire is super simple. You can see like this, and it keeps the wires back here. And it closes really easy. Overall, I'm very happy with the install. So this was a quick short video of the Cobb Accessport. Again, I'll have a review coming up. And please guys, like the video, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel. The channel has grown a little bit. I have been kind of slacking over with the winter because it's been generally very cold over here. And it's kind of hard with a different time. It used to get dark at like 4 or 5 o'clock, so I couldn't really record a video after work. Now I have time to record videos after work, and also weekends are a lot nicer. It's not raining, the sun is out, it's warm. So I really appreciate you guys. Please subscribe and please like the video. I'll talk to you guys later.